Hey, Jeff.
Hey Emily, how's it going?
Hey, good, thanks. So for those of you who are joining, I'm Emily Balchetis. I'm an associate professor in the social psychology group at NYU.
And I'm Jeff Berg. I'm a PhD student in the social psych program at NYU, working with Dave Amodio.
One of the things that comes up when applying to graduate school is connecting with professors or emailing professors in advance of the application deadline. I know that as a professor, I sometimes get these emails from students asking about what's going on in my lab. Am I taking new students? And those emails are coming in the fall, maybe the month or 2 or 3 months before the application deadline. Jeff, did you do that? Did you reach out to professors in advance?
Yeah, I typically email professors, primarily asking them about openings or whether they'd be accepting grad students that coming application cycle about around September-ish.
And those emails, because a fair number of students do them, and we realize that not everybody even knows that this is happening, or that they could, or that maybe they even should do it. And try just to disclose a little bit about that process. So faculty might get a lot of these emails, so don't take it personally if nobody gets back to you. Did that happen? Did sometimes you get no replies, Jeff?
Yeah, that happened with at least one professor that I ended up getting an offer from, even. So it's
Right.
totally
So
normal. Professors are inundated with these letters
It's
or these
totally,
emails.
it's totally normal. And it doesn't mean that they don't care. It doesn't mean that your chances don't bode well. It probably just means that they have gotten a lot of these emails and maybe just didn't quite catch yours. And you don't have to email in advance to get an offer either, right? At the end of the day, people are looking at what's the content of your application,
Hmm.
not did you make a personal connection in any form through email or otherwise
Yeah,
in advance,
I didn't even email Dr. Amodio prior to my application, and now
right?
I work with him.
Right. So what would you advise, Jeff, as like, the most useful kind of email that you could craft, or the content of that email that you would hope for a response from?
Well, first thing, try to keep it brief. Professors have a lot of emails, and they're probably not going to read really long ones from people that they haven't met yet. Really quickly, say that you're interested in working with them. Maybe briefly state where that research overlap is. Uh, Ask them if they're taking students in the coming application cycle, and that you are looking to apply to NYU, and probably attach your CV or resume if you have one.
I think that's great, because it might be challenging for you looking at somebody's website, a potential applicant, to know whether a faculty member is able to accept a new graduate student. The program might be accepting applications. The program might be taking new students this year. But if you're particularly excited about one or two people and they happen to be on sabbatical, or their lab is full for this next year, that might not be something that you would be able to figure out by looking at their website. So I do think that that's probably the one greatest piece of insight that you might get by sending these emails in advance, is knowing whether there's actually a spot to work with that faculty member that you're interested in. So I hope this was helpful. Jeff, any last final pieces of advice?
No, I think that covers it.
Yeah, that's great. All right. Thanks so much. Hopefully this is helpful, everybody.